This is my podcast. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Unless somebody copied it on the internet, like they did with my last podcast, You're Not My Father. So, I've squished all of my podcast video goodness, badness, technical problems into one place. That is my YouTube channel, which is Brando, Alaska, which I've had for at least a year now. So this is where we're at now. Hooray. I'm lost around 100 pounds. I've been on a journey with drugs, namely the legal kind, Monjaro, if you've ever heard of it, GLP-1 drugs. It's done incredibly well for me. It's removed a lot of the problems and issues from my life that were caused by being overweight. When I started this journey, I was around 300, and now I'm about 237. So not quite 100 pounds, but I'm in the ballpark. And so it's been about a year and a half. There was about 3 or 4 months where I was off of it because of insurance stuff. I am currently at my lightest that I've been probably in the last 25 years. A lot of things in life have changed. I've been a little lax on making this type of content. It's the middle of winter for me, the middle of winter in Alaska. I grew up in the South. My uniform of choice, and probably by necessity, was t-shirt, shorts, flip-flops, and a hat. If I wore a hat. Now I have to wear a hat because I don't have that protective covering that most of you people enjoy, commonly known as hair. I do have some, but not much anymore. That is my comfort zone. That's what I grew up in. It's me. It's absolutely me. And I've been in Alaska now for 18-ish years, somewhere in that ballpark. And unfortunately, I can only wear that uniform 4 or 5 months out of the year. The rest of the time, by necessity, I have to wear pants and a shirt and boots and days long underwear, thermal underwear, jackets and hats and all that stuff. Layer. That has to happen. Because if not, you're going to be very uncomfortable. I will be uncomfortable. And so that is what I have to do. So hooray for me. I still can't get it quite out of my head that flip-flops and shorts and t-shirt are not my daily drivers. I really wish they were. Unfortunately, they are not. Since the last time I filmed one of these, I turned 50. And here shortly, I will be 51. I don't feel 50. I don't feel 51. I firmly feel like I'm in my 30s. I'd say that's probably a fair and accurate depiction of my residual self-image that I have playing up in here. Some people tell me I don't look 50. I love you. I truly do. From the deepest bottom of my heart to the top of my balding head. I love you. You are great people. But unfortunately, I am in the 50s now. It's given me some perspective on life. Do I have 25 years left? Do I have any time left? It's really unknown to me. Without getting too philosophical, theoretical. I'm just thankful to God every day that I'm alive. I'm here. And when I say thankful to God, I mean multiple times a day, every day. And it's not because of anything other than I love my Father, God, Jesus Christ. Very thankful for what I've got. And if you're not, you should be too. And if you don't know Jesus Christ, then you should. But that is not the show. You don't want to know what life is like on drugs. Legal kind. Weight loss drugs. Monjaro. Let me tell you something. Protein is your friend. Hydration is your friend. Dehydration is your enemy. Hydration is key. If you see that these are all small servings, it's because I don't have the capacity to consume mass quantities if you're a Conehead fan. But yeah, you need your electrolytes. You're not getting all the minerals and nutrients that you would typically get because you're not eating as much. And if you're following the plan accordingly, you're drinking a lot. And yeah, you should. My top 5 tips. Maybe I'll get to 5 because I don't know. Tip number 1, being on a weight loss drug. Staying regular is a challenge. Use magnesium. There's a couple different, actually, I think there's 3 different kinds of magnesium supplement. Whatever the magnesium is that helps keep you regular will help keep you regular. So drinking enough water, at least 100 ounces of water a day, which isn't that bad. You just kind of have to focus on it. Drinking that much water and taking a magnesium supplement can assist you in staying regular and going to the bathroom every day. Step number 2, fiber. You should have more fiber in your diet because that also will help the constipation issues. Then time out, because you're probably wondering why are you talking so much about constipation? Well, I would say for me, I am a regular person when it comes to my regularity in the bathroom. I typically would like to go to the bathroom in that regular way, at least once a day, at least. That's good to me. I feel comfortable with that. Since you're not eating as much because GLP-1s affect your body's desire for food, you're not going to have all that. You're not eating as much. Let's just put it that way. Not eating as much. A whole lot less. If you ate what Americans normally eat, 3 big meals a day, you've got like multiple eggs, lots of bacon, toast, all this other stuff, pounding it with some big fat Starbucks coffee drinker or something like that. And then you go on to lunch and you've got a big sandwich with some fries and chips and drinks. And then you come home and you're maybe pounding a steak down and all this other stuff, or, big American style meal or whatever. And then maybe some snacks in between. You're going to be sick as a dog. You're going to be throwing up. You're going to have nausea. You will not be able to stomach it at all. A lot of what my diet kind of consists of, and the things that I could probably tolerate and stomach, probably equates to maybe 2 meals a day, maybe 1 meal a day, and then moderate snacking. So like for breakfast, generally I'm not eating a full breakfast. It's usually some vitamins, maybe some coffee, usually coffee. And I probably don't eat anything else for breakfast. I might have a snack between breakfast and lunch. And sometimes my lunch is the biggest meal of the day. And when I say biggest, I mean biggest for me, probably normal for you. And then for dinner, probably something light, or if I didn't really eat a big lunch and just kind of snack for lunch, maybe that last meal of the day's big-ish, sort of. Yeah, so not a lot of calorie. Whenever you're at 335 pounds and you are dropping 100 pounds in, 16-ish months, you have to be at a calorie deficit. You have to be burning up more calories than you're taking in. And let's just face it, I'm lazy. Well, actually, I would say I'm lazy. I'm just not physically active. It's hard to work at a daytime job and do things with kids and come home and you're exhausted, you're tired, to make time to go run around like a crazy person. Run for fun. You're going to run for fun? Exercise, do all this other stuff, whatever, carving out all this time. I know. Everybody, the exercise people will tell you, it's not that hard. All you've got to do is 20 minutes a day, here and there, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that didn't work for me. If I was on my own and I was alone, I didn't have the family commitments, the business commitments, I imagine it would be easier. I probably would. Traditionally, whenever in the past, before I had a family, whenever I was single, I was in decent shape-ish. I didn't have a problem being physically active because I could do what I wanted when I wanted to. It wasn't that much of a challenge. Now I have commitments on top of commitments on top of commitments. And those commitments hold you beholden to things that you have to do, need to do, must do. Anyway, so going back to the food, really, really low calorie count to lose all that weight in that much time. And so the drug helps you out with that because you're not really hungry. You might eat something, you're like, okay, I'm good. When I say eat something, like you had a bite of a burger and you're like, wow, I'm starting to feel full. Maybe you finish that burger. When I say a burger, like a cheeseburger from McDonald's. I'm not saying the Big Mac or the double quarter pounder, but like a cheeseburger. Maybe eat some fries, maybe drink some Coke. In my case, it's usually the burger gets eaten. I eat half the fries. Somebody else in my house eats the rest of the fries. I drink some of the Coke, and some of it probably goes to waste. Or maybe somebody else drinks it. I don't know. 4, it'd be like 2 double cheeseburgers, a large fry and a Coke, and it got pounded, was gone. And maybe I was still hungry later. I was going to get something else. At this point now, I'm satiated. So, yeah. Anyway. Point of all that is, and I guess this is still tip number 2, you're not eating as much. So there's not a whole lot of stuff going through your body. But also, the drug processes your food slowly. If you can imagine your body normally, a lot of food, processing it quick. Hey, you're pooping on a regular basis. It's normal. Okay, now you don't have as much food, way less food, probably 50% or less food, and it's going slower. So to get things moving, you need to have some kind of assistance, some kind of rectification to fix that up. I love dad jokes, unapologetically. I will not apologize for that. Anyway, yeah, you get the idea. So, yeah, fiber, keep things moving. Tip number 3, I think we already talked about hydration. Protein, you will lose muscle mass if you're not working out, which I don't. I'm getting to the point now where I probably will, and people in general think of my strategy as something bad, but I'm also kind of looking at longevity. I'm 50. How much more time do I have? I really want to be more endurance focused. My muscles have more cardiovascular response. So more fit, less bulk. The more mass that you have, generally speaking, you're probably not going to live as long. I'd like to live for a while. I'd like to see my grandkids. Tip 4 is going to be hydration again. If it was number 1, it's number 4, because at the end of the day, you need to stay hydrated. I'm not saying drink everything in sight, but it's going to be hard to continue to put things into your body, because that's what the drug does. It makes you satiated. You don't have the need to consume as much. It's turned down. A lot of people on the internet will talk about food noise, and I 100% agree. Some people, like me, have had our volume set food noise to like a 15 or 11. This one goes to 11. Way more than it normally would. So this turns it down quite a bit. So if I was at 11 before, I'm probably at a 3 now. That's how low that noise is in my mind. Do I still get hungry? Sure. Do I still eat crap? Yeah, of course. But yeah, so the noise is turned way down. But going along with that, going back to the hydration, you're not going to want to drink. I had a drinking problem before. Not an alcohol problem, though. Sorry, just drinking water in general. Ever since I moved to the Great White North, I wasn't as hot, therefore I wasn't as thirsty. And kind of going back to my southern roots in uniform, when I lived in the South, there was always something for me to drink, and I was always drinking something. And now I'm not hot and I'm not sweating, so I fall back on my training, and my training back then was hot, drink. Cold, there's no drinking associated with that. So it's a challenge. your body doesn't want you to drink or doesn't care or it's not telling you that you're thirsty, be more conscious of what you put in your body. Be more conscious about what you put in your body. Go full conspiracy theory. Nobody goes full conspiracy theory unless you're my buddy Jason. You know what I'm talking about, Agent Mulder. But anyway, don't go full conspiracy theory. Dig into the nuts and bolts of your nutrition. I'll give you a story, another story. This is just stories upon stories upon stories. We're going to keep going and going until you're sick of death of this. I've been using AI. My flavor choice is Gemini. It's a Google product. I love Google when it comes to the GUI. Familiar with it. I've been using it for 25 years at least, 26, something like that. Not the AI component, but just the GUI in general. I'm familiar with it. It's familiar. It's my comfort zone. I was talking to somebody online, and they gave me some advice about having programs take care of your nutritional stuff. Because normally I like logging, keeping track of what I ate and what the nutritional content was it was a pain in the butt. And so they kind of gave me an idea of using AI. And so I was like, why not? I hadn't actually heard of somebody doing this. I'm sure I'm not the first, but I'm the first kid on my block to have AI start being my dietitian / coach. And again, don't take this as medical advice. Under any circumstances, undertake anything without the express medical opinion of a licensed medical professional. Do this at home, kid. Again, just a story. My story. Don't do it. But I started capturing my data into Gemini. So I use Weight Watchers. That's the tool that I've been using. I don't like the interface so much for logging and capturing things. What I really wanted was follow the lazy person approach. If the lazy person is having great success at it, it will probably work for you. And since I feel like I'm very lazy when it comes to keeping track of my nutrition, I started doing that. I would just started a new chat session that I pinned, and I kept adding to it. And my AI assistant knows a lot about me. I've fed a lot of information to it. And so what I would do is I'd just keep putting pictures in of the things I ate, because that was easy. Snap the nutrition information on the back, the front cover. Say I ate one of these and some of this, some of that. Take a picture of my glass of water because I didn't know how many ounces that was. And just dump it all in there and have it analyze it and kind of coach me and guide me in what I was doing. It was really eye-opening because it was basically, from my perspective, like having a personal nutritionist friend of yours who could analyze and give you answers almost immediately about what your macronutrients and calorie count and fluid ounces and all this other stuff and things to watch out for. It wasn't perfect, but it has helped shape what it is I wanted to do and what I've been doing. I started that a couple days ago, and so far so good. It's helped me become a little bit more focused, and I disappointed it. Like I'd send it a picture of a Mr. Goodbar mini that I ate, and I'd be like it's asking me, did you drink that protein shake? Did you drink that? Did you drink it? Come on, you're going to drink it, right? Because it kept pestering me. I like that. I needed somebody to pester me. And I was like, no, here's a picture of a Mr. Goodbar. I just ate that. And it's like, what we're dealing with is a 1 step forward, 2 steps back thing. It was very disappointed in me. It didn't just call me stupid and be like, you're stupid. What are you so stupid for? What are you doing? It gave it to me in a way that wasn't too bad, but it steered me back on the right course. Yeah, it gave me some reasons, like all the sodium that you've had today, this Arby's sandwich and these fries, you're going to have a lot of sodium, so you can't eat as much sodium tonight because your face is going to be bloated. You're going to be carrying all this water weight and stuff like that. It was right. Multiple counts, the things that I was doing good and things I was doing bad. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I am late for an appointment. And so just like in real life, you're talking to one of your friends, your buddies, your compadre, your hermano, and all of a sudden they've got to go because something's going on. So got the day off, but I've still got some work stuff to do. Work is never over. Family is never over. You've always got to take care of your family. Like Vin Diesel said, yo, it's about family. I think that was a Sylvester Stallone. Anyway, gotta go.